Vandaag gaan we de keuken in met Stephan. Wij noemen hem ook wel Mr. Butter.
Hij is chef van restaurant Libertine, echt een van ons lievelings in de stad. En we komen heel vaak bij hem, heel graag bij hem. En hij heeft al menig feestje tot een hoogtepunt gebracht met zijn geweldige eten.
Toen ik 40 werd, heeft hij zelfs gekookt voor een zeer select gezelschap. En als dessert kregen we Zwanen Soesjes. En die waren zo ongelooflijk lekker, maar vooral ook zo ongelooflijk romantisch. En die gaan we vandaag maken, dus kijk gezellig mee en leer hoe je Zwanen Soesjes maakt.
To make the choux, we have several basic ingredients. So we have like here some butter, of course, flour, eggs, water, milk, and sugar, a little bit salt. But because of the swarm, and I want to teach you how to do it a little bit more modern, we're gonna do what we call a small cookie called craquelin. And the craquelin will go above the petit chou and will give an extra structure to the chou, something croquant. Crispy or crunchy, whatever.
We know what you mean.
Yeah.
And for this, we're gonna need brown sugar. Very important to use brown sugar because it's a little bit bigger grains, so you get this sort of crunchy caramelized sugar. Otherwise, the white sugar will actually become too fine and also melt.
Okay, too soft.
Yeah. So to start, we're gonna start first with the craquelin because the craquelin needs to rest a little bit in the fridge. So then we can actually shape it later. And in meanwhile, we can do the soesjes, the petit chou.
Yeah.
Okay?
Fantastic.
So to start, maybe the ladies are gonna help me. We're gonna put the butter inside. From this tree, from this tree here.
Yes.
So just the butter.
Okay, very good.
Yes.
And low or high already?
Low first, because I'm afraid it's gonna explode in our face.
Okay.
Which is fun, but we're gonna...
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
So from now you can put the flour. So you see it's becoming a sort of a masa. This is
Easy.
Yeah, it's very easy. So now you have like this kind of dough. And basically I'm gonna need one of the baking paper here.
Yes.
And we're gonna put it on top of this.
You have to put that.
A mixture. You can literally keep it in the freezer also. So
No.
what you do, I'm gonna put another paper on top so it doesn't stick. And we're gonna flatten this in between, I would say, 2 and 4 milliliters.
Yeah.
So this needs to go now in the freezer,
Shall I put it in the
freezer,
Okay.
if you want to accelerate.
Okay.
So now we're gonna do the choux, and the choux I need a pan. So I love this beautiful pan. We're gonna do we're gonna put the water, the milk, and the butter, and we're gonna warm it up. And we're gonna do a roux. A roux, it's just butter and flour, and it's a sort of a thickener for sauce. It's really old school. Okay, so here we have the water, and we have the milk. So I just put a pinch of salt, and now we're gonna put it on the fire, and we're gonna start the work. It's really work out this. You cannot leave the fire, and this is now the moment which is the most technical of the recipe. Okay?
Okay.
So we're gonna put the pan on.
Okay, stay focused.
Yeah.
So you melt the butter, has to be totally melted, has to start boiling. And the moment this is gonna boil, we're gonna put the flour inside.
You have to put love and attention in the food. I think that's always the key for food.
It's the key,
Good.
So look at this now. You have the butter is melted. So we're gonna wait until the first simmering, sort of boiling moment, and then we're gonna add the flour. The flour is already sieved, if you can see. It's really important because otherwise you have these little balls of flour inside the dough, and you see it at the end result when it's cooked. No, so this is why it's important to sieve it, and it will of course be easier to mix. It's almost there. You're ready to put the flour.
Okay.
Wanna do it?
Only once?
Yeah.
And you gonna...
All at once.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you mix.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah. You have to go really fast. You cannot stop because the flour will eventually burn on the bottom. And now we have to dry it. So you just have to make sure to let it cook. dry it. So you see it sticks on the bottom.
Yeah,
It's normal, but that's why you cannot leave it like this to rest.
exactly.
Otherwise it will just burn. Huh?
Yeah.
It's ready. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna put this dough, this panade, in the machine that we used previously. And straight from now we're gonna add the eggs one by one. It's really important that we do it one by one and not all of it at the same time.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put the dough inside here. So there is no reason to panic or to rush, you know, you need to do it now, but it's...
But then we can put like down.
And now, what I would suggest is to break the eggs one by one here, and we're gonna have it.
Shall I put it in?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
So that's it, and
One. How many do we need?
we're gonna need 6 on this recipe.
First absorb the dough.
Yeah. Of course, this can be done by hand, but by hand is gonna require you a little bit more. See what happened? How the structure change.
then
And
it
if you
comes
put too
back
much
again,
eggs,
yeah?
it will not combine. So you need to leave the time of the dough to really absorb the eggs. And now it's becoming sticky, and now you can add an extra one.
Okay. And then suddenly,
Wow. This is fantastic, huh?
oh, this looks really nice.
Wow.
So
Love
the
the
dough is
color.
ready now, you know. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna put it in a piping bag, you know, and we're gonna shape it on baking paper, and eventually today we're gonna do it on a silicone sheet.
Preheated?
This needs to be preheated now on 200 degrees.
200.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I'll do it.
So we're not gonna use all the dough for the choux. And the reason is we need to keep a little bit of the dough to do the neck and the head of the swan.
Oh,
Yeah,
beautiful.
otherwise you have a swan without head, isn't it?
Oh no.
It's not fun, isn't it?
No.
No, it's not
Okay, so we're gonna keep this for
Okay, do you have it?
Okay.
There is another technique, you know, you use your hand to push it like this.
Oh, I like this kind of technique.
Me too.
Yeah. So I'm gonna shape a few myself, and then I'm gonna let you finish the thing. Yeah, so we can see the difference which more me. So
Okay.
I'm gonna show you few here. So for the swan, we're gonna do like this. Like that.
Yeah. This is the body.
Yeah.
The body of the swan.
So you pull it towards yourself.
Yeah. And a little bit. And here I'm gonna do few chouquettes also.
So less.
Little bit less, but doesn't really matter. Okay. So now you can do the same. So who wants to try?
Okay, of course, we're gonna try, but.
So the goal is to put not too much pressure. You have to control with his hands. Yeah, and you go up and try to turn a little bit.
That's a
And
little
stop
beautiful
pressing.
swan.
Yeah.
I tried to put some love in it.
Yeah.
Love swan. Oh, this is too less. Lieke, now it's your turn.
It's not
This is a crazy swan.
Yeah.
This is rock and roll.
This is a rock and roll swan.
Yeah.
He has a tail, you know.
Yeah, not too much. That's a very big swan.
It's huge swan. This is a swan with too much bread, too much butter in the water.
Oh yay!
Yeah.
Voila.
Yeah.
So you have here your little patties, let's say, you know. So for the swan, we're gonna need to get the craquelin, and we're gonna cut them, and we're gonna put them on top of each of your choux. For the chouquette, we're gonna do what we call egg wash. Egg wash is an egg yolk with a little bit sugar and a bit milk, and we're gonna sort of paint it over, and we're gonna put the sugar, and we can cook it.
Okay.
And when we're gonna finish this, we're gonna do it on a different paper, the head and the neck of the swan. It's important you cannot cook it together because we're gonna do it much smaller, so eventually it cooks much faster.
Yeah.
But we cannot put it together. If it cooks faster,
You can't open
we
the
can't
oven.
open the oven for the puff. You know?
Exactly.
So the choux they need to stay in the oven, and you cannot open the door until it's almost finished. Otherwise, it would just collapse
Okay.
and it becomes like a pancake. Yeah, and the head needs to cook separate because it cooks faster. So we're gonna do it in a different. Now we have the craquelin out of the freezer. We can just remove it like this. So you see, nice and fat. So I'm gonna try like this. see if it works out. Anything can work. So now I'm using the little how we call it in French douille from the shoe. But a coffee cup can work. Anything, a glass, So
Anything
like
what's round.
Yeah. So let's see.
Yeah.
So basically, you have to do this for all of them, like that. So maybe I can ask Lieke to do this if you want.
I'll do this.
And Jetteke,
Yes.
you're gonna have to take the egg that we saved earlier.
Yes, I have it here.
Yeah. That's okay?
Yes, it feels like ceramic.
Yeah.
Doing
Do
pottery.
with your,
Yeah,
like this.
perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Now,
So we're gonna take a small bowl for the egg.
This
So now, Jetteke, you're gonna cut the You're gonna
This
break
one?
the egg, yeah. And I need the yellow here and the white
Okay,
here. Yeah,
splits.
we're gonna separate it.
okay,
Yeah.
splits.
And we're gonna do egg wash.
So the. Okay.
We're gonna put a little bit of milk
Oh, that looks so
and a
lekker.
little bit of sugar.
A little bit of sugar. Let's see what sugar. Yeah. Oh, you want also like the more.
That's nice sugar. It's nice sugar. Yeah.
Perfect.
And you can mix it with the fork. Brush each of the shoe with some.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you one
Mhm.
like this. Not too much. I put too much on the first one, so
Yeah.
you can reuse this like that.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
So
otherwise
a
it's
little-
get
yeah,
too
a little-
omelette, huh, or not?
Yeah. Too much eggs. To use the brush
So.
to cut off. Yeah, like this. So Lieke, you have covered all the shoe.
Yes.
So this is literally ready to go in the oven. In a second.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna put it
200
together.
degrees.
200 degrees to start
Mm-hmm.
for about 5 minutes. We're gonna check also in between,
Mm-hmm.
and then we're gonna put it down at 180, and it's gonna take another between 10 and 15 minutes to cook.
Okay.
But we don't open the door. This kind of shoe, you can also do it savory. So basically, when the dough is finished, just throw a little bit of spices, what you want, like maybe a curry or cumin,
Oh, yeah.
or just some herb de Provence, thyme, rosemary.
Yeah.
Put some cheese, some Parmesan cheese, some Gruyere, Emmental in the dough, and you can do exactly the same process.
Oh,
Then you put a
fantastic.
little bit cheese on top,
Lovely.
you cook it, and then you have more like a savory snacks,
Nice.
Lovely.
So this is ready to go to the oven, and
Okay.
this we have one more step.
The
It's
sugar.
the sugar we have to put on top.
Yeah,
Of
sugar.
course.
So this is pearl sugar, and it's like a thick, really big bowl of sugar, and we're gonna just sprinkle over it. So you don't have to sprinkle it gently. I want you to take really a big batch all above like this, and then we're gonna shake it.
Oh,
It goes much
okay.
faster, yeah. And then you have a lot of sugar everywhere.
Okay.
So you don't have to be too gentle with it.
Like
Yeah.
more like this.
Exactly like
Okay,
this,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So and now you have to clean up. And you go like this.
Wow.
Great.
Wow.
This
Yes.
This is really easy,
Wow.
huh? Of course, we have baking paper
Yeah.
always,
Yeah,
but
If
this
you
is
are
not
baking
hard.
paper-
It's impossible.
If you're baking paper, you will
Yeah.
do it on a tray,
Yeah.
and you just hold the baking paper on the tray, and you do exactly the same concept.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is ready to go in the oven.
Fantastic.
Yeah. You cut your rectangle in half. So you have a triangle with 90, how do you call it? 90 degrees angle.
Yeah.
And then you put it in front of you like this, and your hand inside. And then you make a little twist like this, and this is what you want to have.
Yeah.
A small cornetto.
Yeah.
And then you just do it like this around.
Put the other thing around.
Yeah, like this.
And sharp.
And then you fold it inside to create a
Beautiful.
blocking moment like this.
Beautiful.
And this now we're gonna fill it up with the soesjes, the dough. What's left over, so you don't need a lot. It's better to do it in twice or 2 times, because otherwise you have to really shake it a little bit. Otherwise the cornetto will just explode. So now I made a small cornetto. So you close it.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
And when you do with a small cornet like this, the cool part is you can really use your both hands to create the shape of whatever you need to do. So eventually today the swan neck and the head. Okay? So we're gonna need another baking paper.
Shall we keep it like this for you?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
perfect. So the first step to do the swan head, it's like a S like Stephan. Stephan, okay? So you have to do this, and then you go like this, and you go like this. Okay. So you have to do it again, like this, and you go like this. Yeah. And you can do it with a knife, or you can do it with your thing, but you just have to.
Oh, that's nice.
Of course.
Yeah. So this will be your swan. So make sure you don't press it too much against the paper. Let it fall on it.
Okay.
Yeah. Just create a nice S shape. Voila. So this.
Super nice.
So now this gonna go in the oven also later, and now during the process of the cooking we can take care of the cream. While the choux are in the oven cooking, you can proceed with the cream. So today we're gonna do whipped cream with vanilla. You can do any really hard custard cream to do for the soesjes, but I think whipped cream with vanilla are always the best because it's just very light, you know, and it creates wonder. Exactly, yeah. And it's really easy to make. So for the cream, we're gonna need just like 45% fat cream, but I like to put mascarpone cheese inside. It helps to make the cream a little bit more, how do you call it, more thick, but also a little bit more tasty, you know, for the structure. It's a bit more heavy, you know, and I like it. So for the little newbie, it's better to use cream for something in a sauce, but if you're really an expert, you better use butter. Much tastier, you know. So now we're gonna do whipped cream. So I'm gonna put all the cream inside the bowl.
This is 1 liter, of course.
1 liter, yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. Huh? So this is really for a family of 4, huh, at least. Huh? No, for sure. The cream has to be really cold. So you just put the mascarpone together.
Oh, wow. There's quite a lot of sugar. Huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna put less. It's too much. Then we're gonna put this little towel, and the reason is, Lieke.
Yeah, because come up.
No, we get like
exactly. I
understand.
You have to go full power to do the whipped cream. We're gonna start slow, but then we're gonna put it high.
Yeah.
But it will spill out everywhere again.
Exactly.
So let's go.
I understand. It's so much thicker than I
Of course, the first rule is to check like this. You know, like a meringue. If it doesn't hold like this, then you know it's good. You know, if it's spilling, then your cream is not. But it doesn't matter. We have to make a small hole.
Yeah.
Like this.
Of course, to fill them up.
No, it's to take the all
air.
warm air from inside,
then
because
it stays crispy.
then it stays crispy, but also it's not gonna get flat, you know. So everything will move, and then it dries up. Otherwise, the humidity stays inside, and this is how they become flat again. Now, the most important is to let this cool down, of course, a little bit, because otherwise it's too hot for the cream. But it's ready, so we can actually proceed to the cutting process to create the shape of the swan in a way, you know, the 2 wings. And after that we can fill them up, and I'm gonna show you a couple of ways how we can fill them up. Also, we can put some things, some surprise inside, I would say.
Nice.
And then you can build up your swan.
Also the same. First 200, and then after 5 minutes we go back to 180.
Koekjes?
Yeah.
Favorite cookies?
Wonderful.
Okay.
Fantastic. Super.
So now we're waiting for the neck and the head to cook, but meanwhile we can start already building the little choux. So the swan actually.
Fantastic.
So we're gonna cut the choux in half, like this. And what you have actually even and the bottom, we're gonna keep it like this, and you can put it in the middle of the plate. And this needs to be cut in half.
This, of course, the.
And those are gonna be the wings.
So nice.
So I'm gonna show you, of course, the easy way with the cream. So you have a spoon here, a little bit warm, and you can just pick.
Same as the ice, like
Maybe
a
it's a
bowl of
little
ice.
bit too big actually. You can just pick it like this.
Beautiful.
You know. And if you want to go a little bit more funky, and then you can just go like this. I have to hold it, of course. No.
Oh wow!
So
Okay.
beautiful.
Love it.
Here I have some jam from my mother-in-law in France,
From Bretagne.
from Bretagne.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Organic.
Ah,
Raspberry,
Wow.
organic, she made it herself. It's
Fantastic.
fantastic, and you can just take a little cream like this. And I will do a little spoon of the
oh,
jam.
this is beautiful. Make
Oh,
little
wow.
layers. Oh,
And then I will throw a little bit. Then I will just cover it again with
Oh,
cream.
this is my favorite.
yeah, amazing.
And now eventually you can build up the wings.
Oh, la la.
This one, like this.
Fantastisch,
No.
wat een mooi zwaantje.
Oh,
Like this.
Oh,
And then we're
Oh,
gonna
Stephan.
oh
we're gonna wait.
fantastic.
Look at it.
Prachtig. I
We're gonna-
love it.
Wow, nice.
When you hold it from the bottom again. Not
From
like this.
Like so?
No, the other way around. So you take like
Yes.
this, and this is like that.
Yeah?
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
This is professional style.
Okay, yeah, of course, we don't learn at the great way.
Voila. Very good. Yeah, fantastic.
Oh, I love it to do it. Can really be in the kitchen.
Oh, I
One
would
day.
love to be in the kitchen. I think it's so nice.
To create something,
Oh.
people really can.
Enjoy.
Enjoy.
Yeah.
This is the fatty, the thickest one,
Look at this.
the trained one. Damn.
So you can make it
More
also
sweet.
very seasonal, you know. Like I
Yeah.
think soon we are in a rhubarb, you know.
Oh ja,
Like it's
more a
Yeah.
little bit sour.
Yeah.
Oh, zo leuk dit. Oh, joi.
So you ladies have actually accomplished 95% of the job now. So we have the soesjes, we have the choux with the cream, you have put some fruit inside, some jam, you know, you can put extra things if you want to. And now we're just gonna sprinkle a little bit of powdered sugar before we're gonna put the head, okay?
Let it
So
snow.
I'm gonna just do it just like this. You see?
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
wow.
Let's
Romantic.
show it. It's so beautiful.
Wow.
So not too much because it becomes again sweeter. Made with love. It's never work,
it's
you know.
beautiful.
Yeah.
So now I'm gonna put the head of the swan, you know. So
Yeah.
this is how we're gonna do it, like this.
Oh, now the magic happens.
Wow.
This is it.
Fantastic.
I'm gonna take some chocolate.
Chocolate.
Fantastic.
You can do
Give
if
him eyes.
you want a little eye like this.
This is amazing. Oeh, wat een mooie zwaan.
Oei.
Wat een mooie S-vorm.
is prachtig.
Prachtig.
Dat is couture.
Oui, très très
Couture.
bien.
Couture.
Ja. Couture.
Haute couture.
Haute couture.
I'm proud of you ladies.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're so happy that you
We're
learned
so grateful that you learned us.
Très jolie. Nou, wij hebben leren zwanen maken.
En
Is echt
jullie
een,
binnenkort waarschijnlijk ook. Dit was echt wel een van onze dromen om die zwaantjes na te maken die we 3 jaar geleden op ons bord kregen van Stephan. En nu weten we hoe het moet. We're so grateful. Thank you so much.
Thank you
Merci,
so much.
merci,
And
merci.
making
Merci
this
beaucoup.
beautiful.
Ja.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
Fantastic.
You did a great job. I'm
Ah.
super happy and super proud that you managed to do it. you know.
Fantastic.
So now you can do it yourself.
It was a lot of fun.
Absolutely.